Welcome back to Sailing Zephyr. It's honestly hard to believe we're saying that again because we've been away for 13 months. And during that time, heaps has changed. We sold our Beneteau Oceanis 43, stepped away from sailing and spent the last year trying to figure out how to get back to this life in a way that could actually last. We worked, we saved, and we completely rethought what our future on the water would look like. Because this time, we weren't just looking for another boat. We were looking for a way to keep going, and that journey led us here, to something completely different than what we thought we'd buy. But first, we should rewind. When we left, we honestly thought it would just be a short break, a few months maybe. But the reality of long-term sailing caught up with us. Costs add up quickly, and eventually we had to make a decision. Either keep going and slowly run out of money, or hit pause, reset, and do it properly. So we chose to stop. And for the last 13 months, we've been working, saving, and trying to figure out how to make this lifestyle sustainable long-term. This time, we didn't just want another boat. We wanted something that could actually support this lifestyle long-term. Something we could live on, grow into, and potentially even use to generate income. That's when we started seriously thinking about charters. Because if we could make the boat help pay for itself, it would completely change what's possible for us. And here's where the challenge comes in. Our entire budget was about $100,000 US. And in today's market, that doesn't go very far, especially if you're looking at catamarans. Most of them were way out of our reach, which left us with a pretty obvious choice. Go for another monohull. Newer, simpler, safer. Or take a risk on something older. On paper, the smart decision was easy, but it didn't really solve the problem we were trying to fix. We spent months going back and forth, looking at listings, comparing options, trying to convince ourselves one way or the other. And honestly, we almost went with another monohull. It would have been the safe option. But every time we imagined the future, charters, guests, space to live, it just didn't quite fit. James flew from Spain to the US a couple times looking at different boats, but nothing ever seemed to convince him.
All right, guys, so I know this is probably going to be fuzzy, but I have flown for 9 hours. I am here in Miami. I just got picked up by Norm. We're looking at a catamaran for sale. We might buy it. We're going to check it out.
And then we came across a boat that changed everything.
All right, so we got some big news. You haven't seen us for a while. We have been MIA. As you can see, there is no Nat here. She is still in Spain with her family. I am here back in the States. I'm actually in Newbern, where you've seen us before, where Zephyr is currently stored over in the Hurricane Boatyard. And the big news is, wow, let me show you the big news, because this is huge. This is going to change our lives. It already has. We're a little ahead of the game. We've obviously been doing stuff in the background. We wanted to show you guys all at once, but oh my gosh, this is incredible. Let's show you the huge surprise. I know Nat's sorry she's not here, but trust me, she was so excited we had to show you. I'm here, let's go. This is what we've been doing. Welcome to Zephyr 2.0. Oh yes, folks. So that's right, we have bought ourselves a catamaran. Look at this beast. We have spent our entire life savings on this boat. It is a 1996 Fountain Peugeot 42. And we love it. We looked at a few of these, and it's a good boat. It's the older Fountain Peugeots that are just built super strong, really robust construction. It's a 42, which is nice. It's bigger. It's actually, for the year, a 1996. The hull design was very modern. Very, very modern for its time, as well ahead of its class. You didn't see these kind of designs on boats until well into the 2000s. But she is old. She's 1996. We've regressed 14 years. Zephyr is a 2010, and this is a 96. So we've definitely gone older. But, you know, we're not made of millions of dollars. We had to work within our budget, and this boat is within our budget. The people we bought it off of are the loveliest couple. This boat is actually, it's been sitting in this boatyard. We're at Bridgeton Boat Works across from Newbern for 3 years. And prior to that, it sat at the family's dock for about, I think, more than 10 years. The engine hours on this boat, this boat has hardly been used, okay? But it's been sitting for a very long time. The engine hours are 1,700 on one and 1,600 on the other. And for a 25+ year boat, that is incredible. Every other boat we looked at had thousands of hours of engine hours. You can see we got a Lipari 41 just behind me. And if you look at the hull design, exactly the same. So let's go inside. Let's check it out. Just had a brand new anti-fouling done, so that saved us a heap of money. But I'm going to be real with you. This boat has been sitting for a very, very long time. Like I said, it sat in the water for 10 years. It's been sitting in this boatyard for 3 years or more. And it's literally had nothing done to it. It's just been sitting. So it's full of leaves. It's green. Boats that sit in boatyards go green. So it's absolutely just dirty as all can be. The decks are black, but I had a little check, and with one good wash, this boat is absolutely going to come up gangbusters. This boat is absolutely loaded with features. The one thing this owner did do, the most important thing, is he upgraded all of the navigation electronics on this boat. We got brand new wind, brand new depth, brand new autopilot, and autopilot RAM and computer. So the whole autopilot system's been updated, which is fantastic. So let's get into all the wicked features this boat has. You can see this has the hardtop version. We actually looked at one of these not long ago, and it has a soft top. There's quite a few of these with the soft top. This one's got the hardtop version, which is great because it's stacked full of solar panels. There is a panel here, massive one, a couple 100 watts. Same on the other side. We also have, spin around, we've got 2 panels on the back here, and they're actually on a davit system, and these panels actually articulate, so you can move them depending on where the sun is. So that is awesome. That's a huge feature. That means we can always get great solar power into the boat, especially if we get some shadows casting over these panels. These ones can be kicking butt. But we've got a wind generator on our boat. The great thing about this particular model, the D400, is they work really well in light air conditions, so that's great. Some of the other ones, like Silent Wind, they need a lot of wind to really generate good wattage. This one works really well in light winds. So obviously we've checked this boat out, and we know it has some other things. The great thing about this boat with this hard roof here, it has a full enclosure system. So for any of you that watched our videos from last year where we're coming down the ICW, we were freezing, we were getting snow on us, it's so cold. This is going to be the first boat we have that has a complete enclosure system all the way around. It fully seals up. It's got the nice canvas with the isinglass in it. It's gonna be roasty toasty in there. It's gonna be amazing. So as you can see, we have this huge cockpit, massive. That's a full-size table. You easily get 8 people, 10 people around that table, no problem. But it goes, there's cushions too that go all around here, all around here, all around here. So it's massive, big old comfy captain's chair. Gotta have a good captain's chair. This boat has twin Yanmar 30 horsepower engines, which are great. We've got all the displays there. Let's go inside. Go inside. So as you can see, here we are. There's all the nice cushions. I mean, this is how meticulous the owner was. They've got a plastic cover for the table. This table underneath, brand new. It's amazing. We got the cream leather all in the lounge. Never had leather lounges. Not sure how that's going to be when you're all sweaty. But these are great. All these outdoor leather pieces. Really, really nice. All the foam is new. We got a TV in the boat. How do you like that? That's pretty crazy, hey? Yeah, so we got the salon looking really nice. We got the dual sinks. And the great thing about this, we have a freshwater tap and a saltwater tap. Something that was really, really good to see. Brand new oven and stove. Never even been lit. So that's excellent. We got lots of storage areas. So with this boat, what they've done is they actually converted it to an owner's version. So the port hall has 2 bedrooms, one in the rear, one in the forward. And then in the starboard hall, we have the room at the back. And then the front room has actually been converted into like storage room. They put a big old isotherm freezer up in there. It's great because we can put all our extra gear up there. The biggest thing that's going to be for us on this boat is the amount of storage availability. Anyone that owns a modern sailboat like we do, they try to give you so much space in the salon and in the bedrooms that they sacrifice storage most of the time. And so we're forever trying to figure out where the heck to put anything that we have. This boat is going to be completely different. There is so much room for everything on this boat. Every time I open another cabinet, it's like a huge cavernous space to put stuff. So that's pretty cool. As part of all the electronics they upgraded, it's all Raymarine, which is great because we know Raymarine. So all new electronics. Let's take you downstairs. It's a little dark at the moment. I haven't even turned on the lights. All right, heading down. Start at the back. Everything's off at the moment. We have this big rear berth, huge storage cupboards. There's all the extra cushions that go outside. Okay, going forward. Sorry we're doing this in dark. We have a bathroom on this side, so we have 2 heads. The previous owner put composting heads in. Those are going to go. We're getting rid of those. In the front room, we have a big double berth up here, and that's a storage at the front. This, for anybody that's asking, this is a mold. I think they were going to build, there's 2 pieces to that mold, and I think they were going to build a fiberglass arch at the back for the dinghy davits. They have davits, but I think they were going to change it all up. We'll come down this way. Here's the back room. Here's the big owner's berth back here. Sorry about the terrible lighting. Some massive amounts of storage here, more storage here. This boat actually has a water maker, huge one. Because it's so big, it needs a generator. Fortunately, this boat comes with a generator. We've never had a generator on a sailboat. We've never had a reason to have one. But we have one now because it needs to run the water maker. And the other thing it has air conditioning. I know, right? We're turning into absolute princess sailors here, but yeah, it has air conditioning. I haven't found out where it is yet. I see the generator panel. I'm sure the air conditioning panel's around here somewhere. Yeah, we have air conditioning. We have a generator. I don't know if any of it works. The generator definitely needs some service. It's pretty old. To be honest, if the generator and the air conditioning are like super problematic, we'll just, we'll leave it till next year and sort it out then. We're not too concerned with it, but it'll be great if we can get it all going, of course. But let's go back. Let's check out the rest of the boat. All right, we have, going forward, we have this hallway. We have the other bathroom with a toilet. That's, again, composting toilet. And the bathroom, as you can see, it's all super, super dirty. Come forward. So this is where the other berth would be. But it's now a storage area. So we got all of this. This is all sliding storage. So we got loads of storage here. They've done the same on this side. We have big cabinets here. And there's our big old isotherm fridge there, which is excellent. It's not a fridge. It's actually a full-size freezer, which is incredible. More storage in the front there. Loads of storage up here. So this is great. So yeah, so the boat is dirty. It's so dirty. I think there's, you know, for 3 years or more, it's been sitting here. You've got mud wasps in here. There's like, look at all this. It's so gross. Ugh. And every time I open up a cabinet, there's like a, you know, a nest from a mud wasp. Must be a pretty common thing around here. You know, every locker I open up in here is just gross and full of leaves. All the lines are like green and that kind of stuff. So I've got my work cut out ahead of me here. But I'm excited because it's the type of thing that you just got to give it a clean and it'll all come real good. So not worried about that in the slightest. What I really like with these older boats is they have these really robust lights that are, oh, they're on. There you go. We do have, as I said, the solar here, we do have a big old davit system so we can haul up our dinghy. No problem. Let's see what else. Let's go back out here. Yeah, everything is just green. We got radar. We've never had radar. What are we going to do with radar? The thing I think this boat doesn't have, though, is AIS, and that is something we are going to put on. I prefer AIS over radar. I want to see the boats that are coming, you know? And with more and more people having AIS these days, for me, it's a no-brainer. I got to have AIS. So I am sorry for the really crummy footage here. I left the GoPro back at the boat. It was dead, and I was charging it, and I forgot it. So I'm doing this on the phone. But I promise you, when we show you the next clip, when we clean a big chunk of this mess up, we'll do it with the GoPro, so it's that much better. But what's on the cards? So I've got to get this boat clean. I've only got a week here, and then I've got to head back and go back to Nat. All right. But I've got a week. All right. I got to get this boat cleaned. And then I've got to get this boat in the water because we're going to move it around to where Zephyr is at the other boatyard. Because this boatyard is expensive. So it's like $800 $800 to $1,000 a month to be in this yard. Now I know you people in Florida and stuff like that are like cheap for a 42-foot catamaran. Well, not for us. Over there in other yards, we'll pay way less, and we can't afford it. So we spent all our money on a catamaran. We had no money to be in an expensive boatyard like this. So the fact that I recommissioned the engines is huge. That saved me time. I'm still going to change things like the impeller on each engine, and I'm going to check the belts. I have spare belts and I have spare filters and all that. So I'm going to change all those, make sure those are all good. I've got about 40 miles to get around from Newbern here around to the Hurricane Boatyard. Just going to go past Oriental. So that'll be a good little shakedown. So if I have any engine issues, at least I'll be close by and I'll be able to drop the hook somewhere. So, but yeah, get her cleaned up. Then we're going to splash her in a couple days here. And then motor around, tie her up to the dock at Hurricane Boatyard. And then the real work starts. Making sure all the electrics are super sound. This boat does have some good electronics on it. We got a brand new inverter, 3,000 watt inverter. The windlass looks pretty good. I think the anchor chain is shot, so we'll put some new chain in there. We're gonna take the Mantis anchor we have on Zephyr and move it onto this boat. We'll move the dinghy and dinghy motor over to here. And yeah. Then I gotta go through all the rigging and the lines and you know, make sure everything's good. And you know, there's twice as much boat, so I'm sorry. I know I'm rambling like an absolute idiot here, but we're just so excited. This is, you know, a major step for Nat and I and the doggos, and we are really excited to share this with you guys. I think it's just the best video to show you guys after being away for so long, and you guys will get to see all the pain and headaches and, you know, all the work of bringing this boat back to life after she's been hibernating for so long. You know, no boat should have to sit this long. The boat should be on the water, cruising. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get this boat cruising good. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. We'll check back with you once the cleaning starts.
It wasn't perfect and it wasn't new, and it definitely wasn't the obvious choice, but we couldn't stop thinking about it. The more we looked at it, the more it started to make sense to us. Yes, it was older. Yes, it came with more unknowns, but it gave us something we couldn't ignore. Space. Space to live, space for guests, and space for what comes next in our lives. And at some point we realized if we wanted to make this lifestyle work long term, we had to think beyond what felt safe. So we took the risk. This is it, our new home, a Fountain Peugeot Venetia 42. It's not the newest boat and it's not perfect, but for what we're trying to build, it just makes sense. This is the boat that gives us a chance to keep going. Getting to this point hasn't been easy, but this boat represents something bigger than just a purchase. It's a step toward doing this life in a way that actually lasts. And the truth is, there's another reason we knew we needed more space. We're not quite ready to share that yet, but we will in the next video. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next Friday.